Okay, let's solve this interview question. So the requirement is that given a string, including spaces, return the first non-repeating character. So for this random string, it should return A, since there's only one A and it's the first one before X. For this string, hello, my name is Phil, it should return O. So let's think about this. Since we need to get rid of all the spaces because spaces count as characters, the easiest way I think is just to use replace all like this. So we're going to replace all instances of spaces with empty strings. So we're effectively just removing all empty spaces. Then I'm going to do an empty array as a placeholder. Now, a lot of people think we need to convert the strings to an array or an object or do a for in loop. You actually don't even need to do that. You can do a simple for of loop like this. Const character of the string. And as we're looping through the string, we're going to check if, hey, if this array up here, if this array does not include the character, then we're going to push it in. ar.push character. All right, so what happens if this array already includes that character? Well, since these are strings, we're going to do string concatenation, right? So we can do something like ARR at, but how do we know the index? Well, we can do AR at AR dot index of what? Index of the character right here. All right, and then we're going to do plus equals, because remember, this is a string, so we can do string concatenation. So plus equals the character, right? So what's happening is that, let's say, if there's no A, it pushes in an A. If there's no B, it's going to push in a B. If it sees another A, it's going to find this index, and it's going to add in another A like this, okay? All right, so now what do we do? Well, after this for loop, we can then use the find method to go through this array, and then we're going to find the value that has character length of 1. Because if it has character length of 1, that means it never repeated, right? And since ar.find goes from left to right, we can be sure that it's going to be the first non-repeating character and not the other non-repeating character. Okay? So we can do const answer is equal to arr.find. So find takes in a predicate function. So what are we trying to find? Well, we're trying to find the character where the character dot length is strictly equal to 1, right? Or if it cannot find that, our answer is just going to be none found, like that, using the OR operator. This is better than ternary sometimes, like the case that we're doing now, okay? And then I'm going to console.log the answer, and then return answer as well. Okay, so when I call it down here with hello, my name is Phil, you see that it returns O. Okay, so let's try this random string up here. If I try this random string, we get A, as expected. And this formula is very flexible. What happens if you want to find the first character where it repeated 2 times? Then you just change this 1 to a 2. And then we can see that it says, oh, H and H are the first one that repeated twice, okay, before B and B. What happens if you want to find the last characters? Well, you can change this to find last. Right? Whoops, find last, like this. And now it's DD. Okay. If you change it back to 1, it's going to say X, because X is the last non-repeating character. Cool, right? Hope that was helpful.